In 10 minutes, Pipkins continues here on BBB1, but now it's time for Not the News at 8:30 with Peter Scissorhands.
Good morning and welcome to Davos, where the world's richest and most influential people have gathered to rub in just how rich they are compared to the rest of us, more of which in a moment. But we start with the breaking news that New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern is to step down. She says she's got nothing left in her tank. Well, that makes a pleasant change from the UK, where politicians keep going until there's nothing left in our tanks, until there's nothing left in our banks, nothing left to eat, nothing left of our reputation for fiscal competence, nothing left of our public services, nothing left but despair itself. And you can't even send your own resignation letter because Royal Mail workers are on strike. Jacinda, you know, a change is as good as a rest, so why not become Britain's 6th Prime Minister in 6 years? And don't worry about missing the sheep. There are plenty of those in the cabinet already. Grant Sheeps, Suella Braverham, Steve Barclay, to name but a few. Well, back here in Switzerland, in a spectacular display of hypocrisy, delegates, many of whom flew in on private jets, will be discussing the climate emergency. Last year, flights connected to the event were calculated to have emitted as much CO2 in a week as 350,000 cars. But at least Rishi Sunak didn't go. He was too busy taking private jets to Leeds and Scotland, and it's to there that we head next. In a week that's seen a constitutional crisis between the Scottish and UK governments over trans rights, Not the 8:30 News can reveal there's been a heartwarming mix-up at Edinburgh Royal Infirmary's Gender Realignment Clinic. Nurses on the unit are understood to have confused the pre-op notes of Rishi Sunak and Nicola Sturgeon. Easily done. Here they are, pictured gurning through gritted teeth shortly before the procedure, and here they are after. A spokesperson for the hospital said Sturgeon had told her surgeon, there's a mouthful I never expected to say, she wanted to be tall, dark and handsome. Well, at least they managed 1 out of 3. And Sunak told the surgical team Conservative colleagues had been on at him to grow a pair. But in a medical update from the hospital, the bollocks have, I'm reliably been told, rejected him. Sports news now, and the boxing promoter Don King is lining up a new clash which he hopes will rival the rumble in the jungle between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman in Zaire back in 1974, and the Thrilla in Manila between Ali and Smokin' Joe Frazier in the Philippines in the following year. The fight, which is being billed as Malice in the Palace, features 2 absolute lightweights in what represents a departure from King's usual preference for working with champion heavyweights. Tickets on pay-per-view are expected to be priced at thousands of lira. Well, never one to miss a chance, Meghan Markle has cast herself as Miss Marple in yet another remake of the Agatha Christie classic. Sources at her production company Archwell have leaked this exclusive publicity shot for the series. The same source says Meghan's husband has been turned down for the lead role in Rocky 8428, but is thought to be a shoo-in as Ron Weasley in a remake of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, in which brother William, confusingly, plays Harry and Emma Watson returns as Hermione. Magic, eh? Well, following the underwhelming success of Spare, booksellers are looking forward to the publication of a follow-up to the Tell Not Quite All royal memoir. It's being called Remaindered, after criticism of the working title, which, according to publishing industry insiders, was called Who Really Gives a Stuff and Other Shit Stories. I'm sorry. That should be short stories. Not the 8:30 News, as you can see here, has obtained an unofficial copy of the first draft. It includes the earth-shattering news that as a young prince, Harry was jealous of William for getting to take the Gordonston School hamster home for the holidays. Finally, HMRC has issued an urgent reminder that self-assessment forms have to be submitted no later than January the 31st to avoid a fine. And in totally unrelated news, here's a picture of the Conservative Party chairman Nadim Zahawi, who made a lot of money from selling his shares in YouGov, the polling company which this week had the Tories on 25% and Labour on 47% in its latest survey of voting intentions. Make of that what you will. And that's all from this week's Not the 8:30 News. Until next time, from me, Peter Scissorhands in Davos, I'm off peace haste. Or is it off haste peace or peace off? Anyway, goodbye.